Hello everybody, my name is Marlo and today I'm going to show you how to build a birch forest house in Minecraft. This is another episode of my tutorial series where I'm building a house for all of the main biomes in the game. Make sure you subscribe to catch all of the new builds, and you can also check out the playlist that will be linked in the description down below to find all of the other biome houses that have already been done. Along with the playlist, you can also find a full materials list of all of the items that we're going to be using to build this house. The first thing we're going to do is build the stone foundation of the house, which is also the outline for the build. It's going to be made up of 3 different stone blocks: regular stone, cobblestone, as well as andesite. It's going to be a 7x5 rectangle, and you can place these blocks in any order, but if you want to follow it block for block, just copy as I've done here. One of these longer sides is going to be the front of the build, and we just want to go ahead and grab a stone stair and place it in front of this cobblestone block, 2 in from the right hand side, and then either side of that we're going to have a cobblestone stair facing towards it so it curves around to the side, and then an andesite stair this side. Then we just want to come round to the right of the build and go in 1, 2, and on the 3rd block we're going to place an upside down stone stair and then an upside down cobblestone stair. Real quick, we can just hop inside and build the wooden floor made out of stripped oak logs, starting with 2 facing towards us like that. Then we're going to have a sideways one in the middle, and then in front of that sideways one facing towards us, and 2 sideways ones. And we're just going to repeat that pattern all the way over until we get to the other side, just like that. Our walls are going to be made out of birch planks and birch logs, a mixture of the 2. Now you can either just use all birch planks and add in the logs later, or you can follow the tutorial and I'll show you every single block individually. So we're going to start on the right hand side here at the front of the build, and we're going to go birch plank, strip birch log, and then another birch plank. Then we're going to have an upside down stair with a stripped birch log on top of that one, and then 2 birch planks and another upside down stair. So we have this at the moment. Then we're going to go ahead and place a stripped birch log, a birch plank, and then another birch log. Going to have a birch plank here, skip this block and have a stair at the bottom. And then lastly, we go birch plank, birch log, and another birch plank. So this is what the front should look like. I should say we're only doing this to add in a little bit of texture. But now we can move around to the left hand side, and the first thing we're going to do is actually place in a horizontal one this time. That's mainly because we don't want to place it upright and have this texture on show. So whenever there's a window and you have a birch log, try and place it sideways so you get the nice clean texture instead. But we're going to have a birch log horizontally, then a stair here, then we're going to have a regular log, then a plank, and then another birch log horizontal this time. Then we're going to have another stair here, a birch plank above it, leaving another gap for a window. And then lastly, we're just going to have a birch plank and 2 stripped birch logs this time. For the back of the build, we can start on this bottom block right here and have a horizontal birch log. Then we're going to have a plank and then skip these 2 blocks and have 2 planks at the top. Then we're going to have a log and another log, and actually we're going to do plank and then log this time. We don't want to have too many of the blocks too close to each other. That's kind of what I'm doing here. There's no rhyme or reason. I'm making this up as I go. Then we're going to have a birch plank at the bottom, and then we'll do another log, and then we'll do another log this time. I know that's a lot, but 3 is kind of the limit. Then we'll have a stair and then a plank just like that, leaving another gap for a window. A log here, and then we'll do 2 planks this time. In fact, can you see how we have a bit of a pattern here with 3 there and 3 there? To break that up a bit, we're just going to add in another log to the corner like that. And for the final side round here, we're going to have a birch plank at the bottom and then a horizontal log, and then we're going to have 2 planks across the top and leave these 2 open for yet another window. We're going to have a log here, then a plank, and then another log up here. With the walls now in place, we can go around one side at a time, making them look a little better. Starting at the front here, we're going to first of all place down our birch door on the front of this oak log like that, and then we can just step inside, and either side of it we're going to have 3 regular birch logs. Yes, that's right, we're making use of this texture. I like it, I think it works. Feel free to change it up if you don't like it. But just above the doorway we're going to have a birch wood block, which is the same as the log but without that top texture. Then you don't see it from underneath. We can come back out, and just to the left hand side of the door we're going to have a nice little flower pot displaying whatever we want to really, and then to the right side on the floor over here we're going to have a birch fence with a lantern on top. And lastly for this clip, just a white stained glass pane in that gap for a window. Over on this left corner we're going to make a small potato farm. So the very first thing we're going to do is actually break this block and replace it with a stone slab, or any of these slabs, whichever is easiest to get a hold of really. Then we're going to grab some dirt ready to quickly do that with it. But we're going to waterlog this slab and then place that dirt before it makes a huge mess. Then we also want to place one in the corner here, and then another one on either end, just like that. And we can go ahead and hoe all of those blocks, giving us some farmland, which we just want to cover up with some birch trapdoors to make it look a little nicer. Fold them all closed, and of course plant your potatoes on top. On this side, all we need to do is place in 2 glass panes for some windows like that. And on the back, we can do the same again, 2 over here and 1 here. On this single window, to the right hand side, we're just going to place a birch trapdoor as a shutter, just flat against the wall. But on these 2, we're going to do something a little bit different. We just need 2 temporary blocks like that. And then we're going to face the outside and place 2 birch trapdoors both ways. So when you open them up, they look like that. Get rid of the temporary blocks, and on the back of them, we just want to crouch and place a sign. So they still look like shutters, just ones that aren't all the way back. They're just slightly open. And on the right hand side, all we're going to do, once again, place in 2 more windows, and on top of our upside down stairs, we're just going to have 2 coarse dirt, cover them up with some more birch trapdoors again, and we just want to plant a couple of flowers on top. With the walls now all done, we can start work on the roof outline using some brick blocks. So we're going to come round to the shorter 5 wide sides here and place an upside down stair on the top corner of both of those sides, with a regular stair just coming off the back of both of them. We can then have another regular stair on top of that upside down one, with a slab on the top part of the block like that. Then another brick stair on both sides and an upside down one at the top. And lastly, we just want to have 3 slabs here across the top of those birch blocks. And of course, this can be copied round to the other side as well. With those 2 in place, on the front side, we can just have an upside down stair next to those regular stairs with a line of brick slabs going all the way across. Up on the top part of the roof, we're going to add a slab on top of both of those upside down stairs and just add a long line to connect them up like that. And round the back, we're going to do exactly what we did round the front, 2 upside down stairs and 5 slabs in the middle. The next step is to fill in the roof, and it's mainly going to be made out of oak blocks, but the first thing we're actually going to do is build the chimney, which is round the front side here, and we just want to grab our granite block and come up to these top brick slabs, and from the right hand side, go in 1, 2, and on the 3rd block, we're just going to place down the granite block with a polished granite underneath, and then we're going to have a campfire on top, surrounded with some birch trapdoors to make a nice chimney, which admittedly looks kind of weird at the moment. So let's do the rest of the roof. We're going to grab some stripped oak logs, and we're going to come down to this level right here, and we're going to skip this block and then place one here, skip another block and place another one. Then we can go ahead and grab some oak stairs, and we're just going to have 2 of them either side like that on top of the logs, with an upside down stair here in the middle, and then another upside down stair on the back, just like that. We're also going to turn this into a little bit of a window, so you're going to place an oak trapdoor on top of that block there, which, as you can see, the top texture of the birch logs on the shelf, we don't really like that too much, so we're just going to grab that log and rotate it round to the side. But then we can grab some more oak stairs and kind of just flesh out the rest of the roof, starting with a line of stairs along the bottom. We're going to have another stair here, another one here either side of the polished granite block, and then this one should curve around nicely like that. And we can do a similar thing over here on this side. And on the back of the build, we're doing a very similar thing, except really replacing this chimney with another window. Unfortunately, these two windows around the back will be faux windows, so you're not actually going to be able to see through them, but they look good from the exterior as long as you don't look at it too closely. So we're going to start with placing 4 stripped oak logs 1 block apart like that. And then we're going to have an oak trapdoor in the middle of these two, as well as these two. And we just want to place a slab in the middle of that one. Then either side of the slab, we're going to have 2 stairs facing into each other. And then we're going to have 2 more stairs like that facing outwards. And we can do the same as what we did around the front with the upside down stair in the middle like that. Then what we can go ahead and do is place in an oak plank just on the back of those upside down stairs. And in the middle section, we just want to place 2 stairs like that to extend them outwards. And then 1 in the middle like so. And lastly, for these 2 sides, if you just place it next to the plank, it should automatically connect to the brick stair like that. And same again around this side. The final thing we need to do for the outside of the build here is to come round to the 2 shorter sides, and we're just going to come up to this gap here in between all of the brick blocks and very simply just place in 3 birch logs like that, just for a little bit of that extra texture, similar to what we have around here poking through on the sides, and obviously same again on this side too. And with that, we are all done with the exterior of the build. We can now head on inside and start work on the interior. So the first thing we're going to do inside of here is grab some birch slabs, and we're just going to place 2 of them there next to the birch logs. And we're also going to change around to the other side and place 5 of them at the same level. We can then come to this side here with our 2 wide window, and we're just going to crouch, and on the top of that birch plank we're going to place in 4 birch trapdoors like so, but leave this gap open. And we're going to place in 3 ladders so we can actually get to the upstairs here. But before we do that, we just want to place a birch trapdoor against this birch log, which can be open so you can go up. And when you're down, you can close it so it looks like one flush ceiling. We're now going to go upstairs where, admittedly, we don't have a whole lot of room. It's pretty cramped up here, but we can always close this trapdoor to give us that extra block of movement. I know, it's a lot. This is really going to be the bedroom and nothing else, so you don't need all that much space. But we're going to start with grabbing some oak planks, and we're going to place 1 here on top of that log, and same again over here. We're then going to have a line of 5 oak planks, which unfortunately is going to be covering up those windows there, which is okay because we're going to be leaving this one open. So we're just going to have 1 here either side of that window, and then 2 more over here. We can then go ahead and grab a barrel, and we're just going to crouch and place it on top of the trapdoor with an oak plank on top of it, and then crouch again and place our bed of any color. It's up to you. We just want to stick a painting here and another one over here. And of that is the bedroom all done. If you want, you can place something in here, a chest, a stone cutter, and the chest, or what I think would be a good fit is a little pet, a cat or dog. It's a lovely little spot for it. Now we can just head back down, and the first thing we're going to do is, as we go down the ladder, we're going to turn to the left and place a crafting table with a lantern on top. We can then have a blast furnace beside it and a smoker on top of that one. Then we're going to turn around and place in 2 furnaces for some regular smelting. We can have a double chest next to the furnaces, a barrel in the corner, and another single chest here for storage. And last but not least, on top of this furnace, we're just going to have a flower pot with some type of flower inside of it. So there we go, everybody. That's how you build a birch forest house in Minecraft. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Thank you ever so much for doing that, and I will see you in the next biome house build. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.